Okay, all right. After screaming of the manufacturer of your coffee of the video, and so I'm very glad to meet you, Ziqiang.
Me too.
And in the I noticed that in the short video, and we saw that your colleagues who make coffee and cooking that which was very really much harder than we imagined. Yeah, I think it's very complex doing the coffee.
Yeah.
And can I have a question for you? Did you have any particular memorable the training experience during your coffee working?
Yes, a beautiful latte art cup that you see online probably represents hundreds of practice sessions behind the scenes. Some latte art designs were even practiced for Mondays before we dared to serve them to customers. What everyone says is the result, but we always know best how many times we wanted to give up, how many times we poured something so badly we had to slightly throw it away. No one affirms this precisely, and they are rarely seen, but they are the key to our growth.
Okay, I see. I think it's very complex doing your coffee shop working, and it's very challenges for you. So the beverages are really amazing, and looks like very simple. Actually, I think it's involved a lot of the technical, right? Because I think the common people cannot to do a coffee like you like your shop as professional as yourself, right? So
Yeah. So, for example, everyone sees how beautiful the coffee photos on Instagram are. So customers who come to the shop also expect their yes. When I first learned latte art, I failed so many times. I questioned my existence. Back then, I practiced until my hands were shaking every night. If the milk temperature was even 2 or 3 degrees off, it wouldn't work. And at first, I had no idea what fail meant. I could only keep trying, keep pouring, until a whole bucket of milk was used up. During that time, I came home with sore hands every day, and sometimes I would think, am I really not suited for this? But the next day, I couldn't help but want to try again, because I knew that as long as I succeeded once, I could see my progress.
oh, that's very amazing. So because during the development of the technical of the social media or the internet, more and more people are working very faster and harder to and for the working, some of the people are choosing the or maybe offline or online working because of the internet development. So the social media also is very popular among the workers and still young people to during their daily life. So do you feel more pressure at work due to the social media?
Yes, yes, because coffee to look good in photos, if the latte art isn't pretty enough, they might be disappointed. Sometimes I secretly watch them take photos, and if they are taking them very seriously, I get even more nervous. Because I know they are not just expecting delicious coffee, but a photo that they can post. I understand, but at the same time, I worry. If I'm not in good shape today, and the design isn't perfect, will they think I'm unprofessional? No one tells you about this pressure, but it's always there.
Yeah, I think that's full of the pressure for you, and I think this is the topic. Yeah, the topic I think we choose. It's very nice because no one can escape the same problem, and I think some of the uh, professional workers have the same problems for same as you as your workforce, and that's doubt the pressure, right? So to make this delicious the coffee and make it good, you make everything will be better as you can.
Yes. Yeah, but now I slowly learned one thing. The true value of coffee isn't the photo, but the effort behind it. Later, a customer told me, "Your coffee is delicious. You don't need to make such complicated patterns every time." At that moment, I felt truly encouraged. It turns out that what people care about isn't just the appearance, but the temperature, the aroma, and the focus we put into making it. That made me even more certain that authenticity is more powerful than perfection.
Oh, so that's very nice. And have you ever had your self-worth affected by the social media because more and more people pursue to take their selfies and take their good photos on the social media and in promotion themselves for their some commercial brands. It's very it's very popular for themselves to get promotion and to promote their IP. It's very popular, right? So, have you ever had your self-worth affected by the social media?
Yeah, sometimes when I see others living well, I doubt myself, wondering if I'm not good enough. Especially when I see my peers achieving more. Especially when I see others get promoted, go abroad, buying cars and horses. I think, am I moving too slowly? Am I not doing enough? Those comparisons aren't intentional. They just suddenly pop up, making you feel like your efforts are insignificant. But later I realized that those feelings are normal. We all experience them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I think more and more people, different people from different working have their different choices. So, but under your pressure of your coffee shop working, and so how did you to adjust some difficulty when you make coffee or something else?
Yeah, there are so many difficulties when I doing my work.
Yeah.
Yeah, later I realized that comparisons online are meaningless because what you see is only a fragment, not the whole picture. Real life is far more complex than photos. I started reminding myself what I'm doing now is what I truly love, what I'm willing to spend time practicing. Others have their paths, and I'm walking mine. Thinking this way gradually eases my mind, and I stop negating myself just because I see others doing well.
Yeah, I think it's not meaningful for you to compare with others, which they work their different type of the same the coffee shop working. I think it's not very meaningful for you to compare with others, and to do not to negating yourself, and because of the other do some things better for you. So you just need to do some work slowly, and make it better as you can. So not notice others, but yourself. Just do yourself. It's okay. So I think you spoke is very well, and I view many the views like you to feel anxious or uneasy because of the social media. The speed of the social media spread is very faster than before, and but you're willing to share that the genuine feeling today. It's actually very brave. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I also hope everyone can know being real isn't so scary. In fact, it can make you feel such more relaxed. Sometimes vulnerability is also a kind of strength because you are willing to admit that you are ordinary, that you get tired, that you feel lost, but these states don't prevent us from continuing to strive and move forward. On the contrary, they help us better understand what we truly want.
Wow. So yeah, the social media faster, and it's very common for ourselves, and that is not very terrible for ourselves to do some things just to be yourself, and you have confidence to do some things. You must be as simple and better. So if I had to describe and your understanding to a real life in sentence, and what would you say?
Yeah, reality isn't the most beautiful, but it's essentially the most powerful. I'm increasingly convinced of this statement now, because every imperfection, every failure, every doubt makes me more grounded. Reality will show that your shortcomings, but it will also allow you to witness your genius growth. Those are things that filters can't replace. And do you have some more questions about this part one? Maybe you can ask me the more question if you are interested.
Oh, okay, sure. So I think this sentences for you is very important, right? And I also have some questions about when you started being more authentic, and did anything else in your life changing, and maybe your mindest, or have you interested with others?
Yeah, because now I'm just a student, so I work in the coffee shop because I want to have more experience of work. So when I find this job, I try to do my best on this job. I serve the customers my best services, and I give them the coffee, I give them the meal. I try my best. I do my best in my job. Yeah, I think all these things make me have more experience of my work. So I mean, in future, after I graduate, I go to the workplace. I think I can have the more ability and I have the more experience to find a job. For example, in future, actually I study the accounting program. So I think because of this job, and when I graduate, I want to find a job. I think it's also good for my be a accountant, because in this job I'm doing the ATM machine, the cash machine. The customers give me the money and I give back the money. So for me, this is also a good ability for me, even in my program. Because nowadays it is a challenging society. So I think everyone should have the ability to know all kinds of the skills. Even if you are working in one area, you are a programmer, you are an accountant, you are an engineer, and I think you also need to study other skills to make your skills many kinds. You have many ability, many skills to fulfill your dream, to fulfill your work. You have the ability to do anything on your work. So this is why I think even nowadays, for me, even though I'm just a student, I want to find a job, even not according to my program. I think it's good for everyone. So now I suggest every student, maybe they can find a job. They can try their best to find a good job, to improve your skill, improve your ability. Yeah, I think it's very good for every student.
Yeah. It's very important. Yeah, I think that each of the field have the each connection with the different. Even though the work are different, but the kinds of the skills, working skills, like the cashier machine, you need how to use the the e-pay like Alipay or Touch and Go Pay, some the technical details. Every person working in different fields need to learn how to use it and how to make it very correctly when they face some clients, or I notice you are having some knowledge about accounting, right?
Yeah.
So
because I'm studying this program.
Yeah, so it's very fantastic. So I think it's very important for you, but for you to be a cashier of the coffee shop, you not only just learn how to make the coffee, but also you have to learn some knowledge from other fields like accounting, like how to do some machine business,
Yes.
marketing to promotion yourself, promotion your coffee brands. But
Yes.
the profit for you is not very important, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you just make your coffee, the taste of the coffee is very delicious or some special from others, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the meaningful of you to do some coffee when you are working at the coffee shop.
Yeah, and actually, I want to share another thing of my work.
Okay, sure.
Because this is my first time to do the part-time job. Because actually, this is my part-time, right?
Yeah.
So it's first time that I do my part-time job. So because at first, because I always a student, so I didn't do any this kind of part-time job. This is my first time. So actually, when I first study how to like make a perfect coffee, or I do some easy meal, because I am not a cook, right? So I cannot make a very complete, very difficult meal. But now I study to how to make easy and but delicious and quick, comfortable, quickly this kind of meal. I know how to make, and it is not so hard, and it's healthy. And actually all this kind of things, actually it is a little bit challenging for me, because for example, when I know how to make a coffee, like I mentioned before, I really used a lot of milk to try to practice, because my boss is a coffee maker, and she tried to tell me how to make a perfect coffee. And at first, because I have no even one experience, so like when she tried to tell me, when she used a very big bottle of milk and the coffee bean, and I tell me how to use the machine, and I try my best to use the machine. I use the milk. I really waste many materials. I waste many materials like the milk, coffee beans at first, and time by time, finally now I think I'm not a very good coffee maker, but I think until now at least I can say that I know how to make. For example, like if you go to my coffee shop and you want to order one like black coffee, or even like the latte, this kind of a little bit harder coffee, if you want to order, I think I can provide a perfect coffee to you. So I think in future I invite you in future. Maybe you can go to my coffee shop and you can order one coffee, and I can make one coffee for you. You can test it, and then you can tell me how is it.
Okay. I will buy your coffee, and when you're having the free time. Yeah. You mentioned before your first job, part-time job is very full of the challenges.
Yeah, I think
Also, so I remember when I first I have an internship in the Cheros about mass communication. So I just feel the things also like you. I need to face all of the machines from the camera, maybe the Microsoft and the light tube. I don't know how to use it. But my supervisor told me you need to do this button, and you need to this button is meant for to color and some how to adjust the warm, and how to make sure your setup the set is very perfect as usual.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So I think it need some time to complete this. Yeah, the first I think someone is the same experience, but you can learn more about the new knowledge during your the first part-time job or internship. Yeah, so that's a beautiful moment. So have you ever had customers who share their real life with you too? Because the real life, how to it's like how to distinguish the real life between the social media and and your work.
Yeah, actually, yes. I used to think that I had a mountain, a good image, all the time at work, on social media, even in front of friends. But once I slowly allowed myself to be real, I noticed that the people around me also started being more like open with me. For example, a regular customer once asked me, "Are you okay today?" You look a little tired. In the past, I would definitely pretend to be energetic and say, no, I'm good. But that day, I just nodded and say, yeah, today is a bit overwhelming. I thought he might judge me or think I wasn't professional, but instead, he laughed and said, me too, let's survive together. That moment felt very warm. I realized that honesty can build a different kind of connection, more human and more sincere.
Yeah. It's very important for you to handle such complex things. You need to learn from your employers and from your experience, your learn which you had to learn in the university. So hearing about that, do you feel your job gives you special windows to see people hiding the sides?
Yeah, a lot actually. There was a girl who would always sit in the corner with her laptop. I thought she was always calm and composed, a typical coffee shop girl boss. But one day, when the shop was quieter, she suddenly signed and told me she had just failed her assignment and didn't know how to tell her parents. I was shocked because her social media was full of a productive day at the cafe photos. We ended up talking for a while, and she said, I feel like I can breathe and because I don't have to pretend. That sentence stuck with me for a long time. People often need a safe space, not for a pretty photo, but to be themselves for a moment.
Wow, that's quite different from the others, and I think that is very meaningful for you. So, if you were to give one piece of advice to today to people who feel pressure by the social media, and what would it to be? And you just want to tell the audience behind the scene.
Yeah, definitely. When you work in a coffee shop long enough, you start to notice that everyone has a story behind them. Some are happy, some are struggling, some are trying to find direction. It made me understand something. Everyone is fighting their own battle, just quietly. So when I see people polishing their photos online, I don't judge anymore. I understand that maybe that perfect moment is their way of comforting themselves. But I still hope that people can also accept the imperfect parts, because that's where we grow, and that's where we connect with each other.
Okay, I really like that.
Yeah.
So how do personal say the guardians and the real, especially in faster perceived job?
Yeah, I would be say like don't compare your real life with someone else highlight reel. No one's life is 24 hours of good lighting and perfect skin and aesthetic coffee. If you are tired, it's normal. If you are lost, it's also normal. If you make mistakes, it's also normal. I think it's more important to show ourselves kindness than to show others perfection. And sometimes putting down the filter isn't about being brave. It's about letting yourself breathe. Do you have some calculation of like this part? Maybe you can do a calculation.
Yes.
Conclusion, sorry.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. Thank you for sharing the experience of your working in the coffee shop or your study. And after the chatting for so long, let's have a break to thank the sponsor of this live. And the stream, the UCSI, when let's take a brief look at and it after this thought video.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for your watching, and let's have a break first.
Empowering you with real advice, no BS from the industry experts. Hey, you're here because you're probably wondering what nursing is all about and you need expert advice. Hi, I'm Ben Ting, your host, along with Miss Kuala and Miss Haslina from the Faculty of Medicine and Health Sciences in UCSI. What's up, guys? First question coming right up.
This is the most common misconceptions when come to nursing. No doubt, nursing is started with the female contributions and their involvement in caring for the sick people. And this gender role is very hard to be ignored. Eventually, the Florence Nightingales or the lady with the lamp has developed a nursing into modern way. Nursing education become more formalized and training has been provided. Today, we can obtain PhD in nursing, and man has been involved in nursing from some times back. Although nursing still is conquered by female, the gender gap has been reduced with more awareness of the men's contribution into nursing. Their impact started to alarm for more male nurse into field of nursing, and they are welcomed in emergency departments, operation theatre, in male wards, in research, educations, and so on. In short, nursing is not only for female, it's both for male and female.
This is the big yes for misconceptions to you. But for me, I always be a nurse. Thus, you will understand this once you complete your basic education in nursing professions and will go up to the higher level and to be called doctor by qualifications. After completion, Bachelor of Nursing 4 years in UCSI, due to the high demand, advanced technology and complexity in the healthcare system, you're able to proceed your education into aligned profession nursing, ambulance services, and a medical supplier in the hospital as a nurse practitioner, and you will succeed in your future nursing profession.
Your future is extremely good. With your basic diploma and bachelor's, you can pursue your master's and of course further to PhD in nursing. And apart from that, you also can specialize in particular nursing fields, especially like pediatric nursing, critical care nursing, emergency. You can also go into research. You can work in industrial area, and of course you can go into pharmaceutical lines after your basic diploma and bachelor, which is world recognized. So you can further your study locally or abroad.
Indeed, you able to have opportunity to work abroad, such as Saudi Arabia, United Kingdom, Dubai, Singapore, to enhance your knowledge and skill in the future in nursing professions. Thus, the nurses will contribute the healthcare as frontliners to serve the world.
Now you know what nursing is all about. Hope you're empowered by this video. If you have any questions, dial us up via this hotline. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. See you in the next video.
So after the break is over, let's welcome back to our topic. Once again, so thank you to our sponsor, and we just saw the daily in the short video, and many of them to have impression of the coffee shop based on the social media, right?
Yeah.
And artists relax and in leisurely, but it's reality between the real life or social media that's different.
Yeah, really different. Online coffee shops are quiet, with beautiful lighting and people sitting and taking pictures while drinking coffee. But in reality, it's very busy. I often don't even have time to drink water. Sometimes it's so busy that I can only leave to use the restroom when there are fewer customers. Many people don't know that we actually have no handle customers. Machines cleaning and preparing ingredients simultaneously, and sometimes we even get burned. There's only one picture of a coffee cup online, but behind it might be that we start preparing at 7 a.m.
Wow, it's very early for you to prepare the materials and the foods before you open the coffee shop, right?
Yes.
So I can't imagine that how such a complex you must to do to prepare and make some preparation for your coffee shop. And can I have a question? Do you have any particularly the crazy day? Because I noticed that your work day is very crazy and very mass, right?
Yes, like one lunch rush, we received 15 takeout orders all at once. I had to take orders, give change, and soothe customers in a hurry. My legs were completely exhausted when I left work that day. I remember that day very clearly because when I got home and took off my shoes, I saw 2 red marks on my feet that looked very like they had been tied with rope. but I still had to go to work the next day. Actually, we are not complaining. It's just that many people don't know how different reality is. What people say is the image of a barista, but being a barista is a job that requires both physical and mental exertion.
Wow, that's very different between the behind the screen on the Instagram and social media of the real life. I think the reality life, you're working on the coffee shop, it's different from the social media. Maybe who someone post on their Instagram, right? And they post they're very looks very fantastic and amazing, very appeal of people to learn your coffee. Some of people maybe they think your coffee making is very easy, but for you that's different. I think it's very difficult for you. So that's the difference between the screen of the social media and the reality. So that's completely different from the coffee shop like the Instagram. So I think some of the people can't imagine that how such complexity things you have to do, right?
Yes, completely the opposite. But because of this, I see many moments where reality and the internet are very different.
Okay, so can you just give an example for our audiences to learn how to the difference between the social media and the reality?
Yeah, of course. For example, some people post online and saying they relax and enjoyed life at a coffee shop today. But we might know that they were actually rushing to finish a report and under a lot of pressure. The photos look great, but in reality, they are incredibly stressed. Some people will meticulously pose for 10 minutes just to get the perfect angle. But the coffee gets cold very quickly. Sometimes we find it strange. People aren't focused on the taste, but on the visual appeal. But when we make coffee, we are thinking about how to provide our customers with a delicious, perfectly chilled drink.
Yeah, that's really typical. So I noticed that's a quite different between the social media and the reality. I noticed some of the people in reality, they have to face some hard work. For the workers, they have to get up early or stay up all night to finish their proposal. Some of people working in the high skyscrapers, or they're doing some accounting work or marketing work, or some promotion works. They had to do such complex things they have to do. But some of people, they not belong this work field. They just say, wow, you're good, it's so nice, and you looks very excellent. But they do not know they had to face many troubles in their daily life. Not only they have to face the traffic jam when they work to the work skyscrapers holding, but also they have to face when they after working, they have to handle such complex reports or working after they have dinner, or they also stay up all night. Not only the workers, but also the students. Some of the people in the senior or in the junior, and even also in the university students, they have to do some homework, and they must have so many reporters or presentations. They have to work, and that's a quite different from the social media which post on the Instagram or reality. Some of the students or classmates, they say, "Wow, your university life is very quiet, funny," but in reality they're different. They have to be behind the Instagram poster. They have to face so many problems, but behind the same, they don't know, right?
Yeah.
So that's very typical and very common questions for ourselves. I often like someone online in doing so as well, and I'm very busy and tired.
Yeah, actually, everyone is just as tired, but nobody posts pictures of themselves looking exalted. The internet only shows the best side.
So, why do you think the people like to use their filters? They also can take their selfies, beautiful photos, post Instagram or Facebook. They look like a gram to show the best themselves behind the Instagram. And why do you think the people to use the filters enhancement and packaging themselves to present themselves in on the social media?
I think it's because we are afraid to be real. Our real selves might not be as good looking, as successful, or as perfect. People are afraid of being compared, afraid of being judged, so they put their most glamorous side on social media. Sometimes it's not even about showing off, but because everyone else is doing it, and if you don't, you feel like you are falling behind. I used to take a lot of coffee photos, brightening them and adjusting the colors to look extra, as if that was how I met everyone's expectations. But after a while, I felt that wasn't my real life.
Well, this is quite some people to thinking. I think this imagine I have some a sentence about this phenomenon. That is the sentence that is you never take the lead or fall behind, right? So you have to pursue yourself because everyone do it, and I must do it. Everyone cannot do it, and I'm not. So you just similar as themselves. Your surrounding, your working or studying environmental. You have to face so many problems, but everyone feel bad. Well, the looks feel bad, but actually on the Instagram they feel very nice, and this is different from the social media and the reality. But in this for this phenomenon, do you think that's ever hesitated before posting or something?
Yes, I used to spend a lot of time editing photos and thinking of titles. Now I'm more relaxed and prefer to post real. Everyday moments like being sweaty from being busy or making the wrong coffee. And I have discovered something interesting. It's actually the imperfect, even slightly messy, things that people resonate with more. Someone messaged me saying, "So you can make the wrong coffee too?" I thought it was just me. That's when I realized that being real isn't about making a fool of yourself, but about letting people feel they are not alone.
Yeah, someone they even makes mistakes, but they have to do something because they want to show the best performance profiles on the Instagram. And I think the poster even and when you make mistakes, and that is even real.
Yeah, I think real things are what make people believe you.
Yeah, so have you heard or encountered that the customers who unreality expectations of your work because of your social media filters?
Yeah, some people think coffee shop employees should always be smiling, always gentle, and always relaxed. But sometimes we are so busy we don't even have time to chat. And some customers feel our attitude isn't good enough. Some people even say you must be so lucky to work in a place like this. But happiness isn't given by the space, it's something like you find yourself. We also have bad days, but we just can't show them. Sometimes a kind word from a customer can instantly revitalize us.
Yeah, even though they have make any mistakes, you also have some emotions, and I think you're always tired, right?
Yes, of course, we are human too. But social media portrays coffee shop. Yeah, that moment, I realized my authentic self is understood. I don't need to always play the role of perfect person. Since then, I have learned to accept myself. When I'm tired, I admit I'm tired. When I make a mistake, I admit I made a mistake. Ironically, this has improved my relationships between colleagues, and I'm no longer constantly tense trying to perform perfectly. And
Yes.
about this social media, I have one story to like share. For me, the place that I work in, the boss last week she just like the little red note this application. Yeah, she just like had one account on this application, and because my boss is 55 years old, like so-called old woman. So for her, she doesn't have too many experience. She doesn't have so many knowledge about the internet, about the social media. But because the business of this coffee shop, actually, to be honest, this month is not very good. So she tried her best to find the way to solve this problem. So this is why, like one day, I think 2 weeks ago, she told us she had a small meeting. She called everyone together, and she said, "Oh, now I made one account on Little Red Note. So we every day we need to read the like the message, like the we need to post something into there." And every day we need to check the phone. We need to check like if someone send a message to us, because the boss she had one now because she wants to sell more like coffee and meals, right?
Yeah.
So she put her menu on the Little Red Note, and she said, "Oh, if you want to order the meal, you can just send the message to this account, and then like what time, when you want to eat, what time, what do you want to eat," because it has the menu on there, right? So the customer they can search the like this account, and they can send the message, and they can order, and then if we have time, we can make the meal, and we can just like do the delivery. We can give the food to the customer, because our shop is in the Rihanna South. Our shop in the Rihanna South,
Yeah, I know that.
6th floor Rihanna South. I work there. So actually, almost all of our customers, they are the students, because we know that almost just the students live into the like Rihanna South, right?
Yeah.
So and we know nowadays the students, the new generation students, for I think more than 99% students, they use the social media, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is a good strategy for if we want to like sell more your products. I think it's not even just the coffee shop or the restaurant. I think nowadays all the like area, like if you want to sell your products, because we know like nowadays in the internet, too many like hosts, too many streamer, they like sell the products. They do the online stream, and they can sell too many products. So because we are in the modern society, so I think all the areas, every area, we can use this way to make our business better. And I think actually I have some advice and suggestion to our boss, and I already gave to her. I think we can not only make the social media, I mean the account. We don't need just on the like Little Red Note. We can also on the Instagram, also on the like Facebook, because actually nowadays all the customers, they almost the Chinese. I mean from the Chinese customer, because there are too many Chinese from China. They live in the Rihanna South. So, but I think she can make an account like in the Facebook, in the WhatsApp, in the Instagram, to attract the like the local Chinese, or even some like the foreigners, so-called foreigners, like maybe the Malay, the Indians, or maybe even the other country people.
Yeah.
They can also order the food.
Yeah. I understand. So you must pay attention to the all details for the different customers which from different countries, and so you just to think about what they want and what they need, and prepare some good production for themselves. So yeah, I think your talk is very, I think it's full of the it's very good experience for you to have such a complex in the part-time and all the job. So can I ask a question about the during the working, maybe you have to face I guess you have so many problems during the work, right? So how do you solve it?
Yeah, because I'm just the first time to do this work, right?
Yeah.
So of course I always face like too many problems. Yeah, but you mean like how to solve them? I think because my boss actually, she's a very good businessman. She has too many
Just
so
pay
she,
attention.
Yeah, pay attention, and she taught me
yeah.
too many skills.
Yeah, and the patience to the customers. Yeah, it's very different. It's skills. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's welcome the back and now we are going to play today's very relaxing, the most authentic and the most unforgiving game, and the topic is about the truth or the trend.
Yeah.
So the rules of the game is very simple, and I will read out about a common phrase related to the social media. And Zijiang, you have the 3 seconds to raise your card and just choose truth or trend. Just raise your card is okay. And so today's game has no prizes, and no penalize and no penalties as well. But whether it will offer some the social media users, and but we don't know that. So the question one, can I have question one for our game? Okay.
Yeah.
And the coffee shop employers, the life is naturally and arty and very therapeutic. So Jichang, you work, I notice you're working at the coffee and every day. So what do you think of this statement?
You mean the statement of the coffee, right?
Statement. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to say the statement of the like what the coffee means, or like this.
You just raise the true or trend. Yes, I know this.
Oh yeah, I think it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the trend. So to the trend, you are too fast. Can I ask why you choose that?
Yeah, because like I need to explain the coffee definition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just first time I work in this place, so for me it is challenging. And actually for me about the coffee, at first actually I don't like the coffee. I never drink coffee, but after I have this job, after I try to make coffee, I try to learn how to do, try to drink, try to smell it, try to feel it. I think now I'm a little bit fall in love with it, because actually I can find the interested and the good of the coffee.
Yeah.
So now I can feel the good feeling when I drinking coffee.
So the coffee shop in the photos I noticed online and the filters through an artist lamp. So, but real coffee shop are filtered through a chaotic. It's always busy, right? During your open time.
Yeah, very busy, because I always face too many people. Like I mentioned before, there are too many customers every day, and I don't have time to take relax. I don't have time to sit. I always work. I always stand there and make coffee, use machine, and use my hand to pour the milk and mix the coffee bean, everything. And I also need to give the product to the customer. Yeah, so every day so busy. So do you have other small question?
I have. So, do you think someone posted their beautiful photos or selfies on the Instagram? Do you think that is beautiful or trend? You can just raise up. That's also trend.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, because nowadays it is a internet society and it is the social media society. So like I mentioned before, I think every area they need to like know how to use the internet, how to use the social media correctly, and this for sure can make the business better, can sell more products and earn more money.
Yeah, I think absolutely yes. And that's right. Authentically doesn't mean that's not beautiful, right? And it means someone is believing to trust you yourself. So can I ask a question 3? And the more you use your phone and the less like you are focused on life, the question should be quite exciting. So you just can choose which one.
Yeah, I think it's true. Yeah.
It's also the true, right?
Yeah.
So you think it's true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's true.
So yeah, someone maybe use their phone to they can just surf the internet and maybe they can post or whatever they want to some things on the Instagram, right?
Yeah. Do you have the more question about nowadays the students how they can find a good part-time job? Maybe you can ask this kind of question.
Yeah, also interesting. Yeah. So how do you solve this problem? Someone to face their first internship job or a part-time job?
Yeah, because actually we are young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are young, so actually we have not too much working experience. So for me, I think the first part-time job of you, you want to, you just start your university life and you want to find a part-time job, I think you just at first you find a easy one. Like for me, I found in a coffee shop, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to gradually difficult. You cannot at first you find a difficult one. It's not good for you because we want to know the experience. We want to be better. We want to good for our future real work experience. So now when we are the students, we find the easy work first, and then gradually you find the hard one. Don't think you first find a very hard one. Even you think you have the very good ability, you can hold it. You can fix it. But for my suggestion, I think until now, because you are young, you are a student, we make the step gradually, step by step. First we find the easy one, then the harder one. Even you have the good ability, you first find an easy job. Because I have some friends, they are very good at study, they always get the very high CGPA, so they always want to at first they find the very hard job. But I heard many stories from them that when they doing the job, when they go to work, they always feel it's so hard. The boss, the leader, they always say, you this wrong. They always wrong. So because we don't have any experience of working now, so even you are good at study, you think you are good at study, but you didn't work before. So when you want to work, you first try a easy one, then the harder one. This is my advice and suggestion.
Yes, understand absolutely. Yes. So I think it's for the freshmen. It is very hard for freshmen to find their part-time job or internship, but they just slowly to preparation after they will find a part-time job or internship. They just step by step and make it slowly. So finally, they also they can find their the part-time job or internship job what they want, and that it will be make it perfect and easily.
Yeah,
right?
I very agree with you.
Okay, fine, that's fine. So today we discuss something that's very important. Authenticity is not very perfection, and authenticity is all allowing yourself to be impactful, and social media won't ourselves to stop, but filters won't disappear. But we can choose don't let the fleeting moment between the social media and real life. So Teacher also said very moving the sentence today, so thank you for coming our program.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's very certainly the most powerful for our students or workers. We are some audiences behind the screen. I hope everyone can bring the sentences back to their lives, because today the topic we talk is very important and it's very common for ourselves in our daily life. So I like to add something. So we often feel because we are afraid to express ourselves. So we can also take some beautiful photos or selfies to post on the Instagram to show the better myself or themselves. But I think this is very it's very good. It's okay. That's if you want, you can do it. But you don't need to like yourself. You don't need to be the best person, and nor you need to always appear right. You need to always appear to the top of form. So sometimes, honestly, I'm learning just have shortcomings, and we will actually make all the things you work more steadily and formally, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I very agree with you.
So can you have some other suggestions or suggestions for our audiences?
Okay,
To-
so
yeah,
in
to their-
conclusion,
their
so after today's talking,
Yeah.
I also learned too many things about. I know new things about my work. So now I want to make some conclusion and give some advice. So first, like, yeah. So actually, if you want to find a job, if you want to find a good job, you need to think like what you are suitable, like what you are able to do, and don't choose the work that you cannot figure out. Yeah. So and then after you enter the job, after you start the job, you need to pay all your attention in the job and try your best, pay your 100% effort to the job, and try best to get the good result, because you don't think. Yeah. So this is my conclusion. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for sharing our suggestions to our audiences in their daily life. I think we can get more experience than before. Yes. So thank you.
Thank you.